Hello everyone, welcome to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. We have two important stories from South Sudan. The first story comes from Juba, where one of the accused person in the Nasir case appeared before the special court. The second story comes from Wow, where President Salva Kiir Mayardit called on citizens to prepare for voter registration ahead of the planned election. Before we start this report, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing to Changfied YouTube channel and also by hitting the notification bell if you are new, so whenever we upload a new video you can be notified. Let's begin with our first report. A businessman accused in the Nasir case has told the court that National Security Service officer took his money and personal property when they arrested him at Juba International Airport. Mampaldor, who is the second accused person in the case, appeared before the special court during its latest hearing held at Freedom Hall in Juba. Speaking through an interpreter, Mam explained that he explained what happened on the day of his arrest. According to his testimony, Mampaldor was preparing to board a flight to Uganda on March 5, 2025, when security officers stopped him at the airport. According to Mampaldor, he told the court that officer asked him to leave the plane before it departed. After that, he was taken to an office inside the airport where his information was recorded. Later, he was transferred to the National Security Service Operation Department in Riverside. According to Mampaldor, Mam claimed that officer took several of his personal belongings during the arrest. He stated that the item included his passport, his personal passport, an HP laptop computer, 3 watches, including 1 gold watch, 1 gold necklace, 2 rings, a travel bag, and $1,158 in cash, and 23,000 South Sudanese pounds were taken from him. The businessman told the court that these belongings were taken from him by security officers. During the hearing, Mama also rejected accusation made against him by the prosecution team. Prosecutors have accused him of helping finance activities linked to army use in Nasir. A digital forensic expert previously told the court that Mampaldor allegedly transferred $15,000 through a businessman named Mohammed Sharif Ahmed in Dubai. However, Mampaldor strongly denied these allegations. Mam told the court that the money was connected to his normal business activities and not to any army group. According to Mampaldor, Mam explained that he has known Mohammed Sharif Ahmed for many years. According to his testimony, according to him, they have both personal and business connection. The accused said he traveled to India in October 2024 on a business trip to meet Mohammed Sharif Ahmed. He further explained that after conducting business in India, they planned to travel together to Dubai. According to Mampaldor, he did not have a visa for the United Arab Emirates at that time. Because of this, he said Mohammed traveled ahead of him to Dubai to help process the necessary travel documents. Mampaldor stated that while he was still traveling from India, he asked members of his business team to send him 15,000 US dollar through Mohammed Sharif Ahmed in Dubai. He maintained that the money was intended for business purposes and had no connection to military activities. The accused also rejected another allegation involving mobile money transfer. Earlier testimony from a digital forensic expert, that South African expert, he suggested that money was sent through M-Pesa to an individual identified as Gad William. According to Mam Paldor, Mam denied any involvement in such transfer and said he had not sent money to support activities in Nasir. The special court listened carefully to his testimony before deciding to postpone the hearing. Judge announced that the case will continue on June 8, 2026, when Mam Paldor is expected to continue giving evidence before the court. Mam is one of 8 people facing serious charges related to the event that took place in Nasir during March 2025. The charges include treason, crime against humanity, murder, terrorism, and destruction of property. Among the other accused individual is opposition leader and first Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. The remaining defendants include senior political and military figures who are also facing charges in connection with the case. While Dr. Machar remains under house arrest, the other accused persons are currently being held by the National Security Service in Juba. Prosecutors claim that forces linked to the SPLM, SPLAIO, and the Nuer White Army carried out an attack on a South Sudan People Defense Forces based in Nasir. According to the prosecution, hundreds of soldiers were killed during the attack, including a senior commander. The prosecution also claimed that military equipment worth millions of dollars was either destroyed or captured during the fighting. However, all defendants have denied the accusation and continue to challenge the evidence presented in the court. As the hearing continues, many South Sudanese citizens are closely following the case because of its political and security importance. We will continue to monitor development and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now, let's move to our second major story. President Salva Kiir Mayardit has called on citizens across South Sudan to register in large number when voters registration began ahead of the country planned election. The president made this remark during a visit to Wau in western Barghazal state. Speaking to thousands of supporters gathered at Wau Stadium, President Salva Kiir Mayardit emphasized the importance of election and public participation. According to him, he said election remained the main path toward a peaceful democratic transition in South Sudan. The government continued to prepare for election expected to take place in December 2026. This comes despite ongoing political disagreement and delayed in implementing part of the peace agreement. During his speech, President Salva Kiir Mayardit encouraged citizens to take voter registration seriously. He said every eligible citizen should register so they can have the opportunity to choose their leader through democratic means. The president also spoke about the importance of peace. He reminded citizens that maintaining peace remains one of the government's highest priorities. According to Kiir, despite political challenges and public concerns, peace must continue to guide the country's future. A large crowd gathered in Wau to welcome the president. Residents lined the street as his convoy passed through the town. Many supporters waved flags, sang songs, and expressed their support during the visit. The event was organized by the state government and attended by traditional leaders, youth representatives, women group, community leaders, and government officials. In addition to discussing election, President Salva Kiir Mayardit also focused on agriculture and food production. He encouraged citizens to make good use of the rainy season by increasing farming activities. According to President, greater agriculture production can help improve food security and reduce dependency on outside assistance. He urged people to work hard, cultivate their land, and contribute to feeding their communities. Several senior government officials attended the gathering alongside the president. They joined local leaders and residents in discussing peace, development, agriculture, and preparation for the election process. The event ended with call for national unity, a peaceful election, and a stronger participation by citizens in shaping the country's future. Support at the rally expressed hope for stability, development, and continued peace throughout South Sudan. As preparation for the election continue, many observers will be watching closely to see how voter registration, political dialogue, and peace implementation progress in the coming month. That brings us to the end of today's news update. Thank you for watching. If you found this report helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future updates from South Sudan and across the region. Bye-bye.